Hello everybody, welcome to the Gasparilla Festival of the Arts, virtual style. My name's David Russell, I'm a glass artist. I'm going to be doing a demo for you today. I'm going to be making a solid sculpture that has a lot of my cane work on the inside. And so we're going to start the video off by showing you how I make some of the cane work that's going to be used in the piece later on in the demo. I appreciate you guys checking everything out, and we'll see how it goes. So this is a very dense colored blue glass. We're gonna pull some cane with this, and I use this special dense glass so that it will remain to have a good line quality even after we stretched it and then made another twisty cane with it. So now that I've shaped the blue glass the way I'd like it, I'm going to go into the furnace and take a gather of the molten clear crystal glass over top. That'll give me a lot more material when I'm about to stretch it. And it also, having it encased in clear, makes it easier to work with later in the process as well. So here I go over the furnace to take a dip. So I'm going to stretch this into a long skinny piece, and I'm going to use the clear glass on the end as a handle so that I don't have to waste the expensive and nice colored glass, and I can just leave that in the middle as all usable stuff. So this little knob will be where I can grab it and stretch the whole thing. I'm going to use water to cool down the hot end while I try to heat up the cold end and get everything nice and even, and then I'll be ready to stretch it. We'll see how far we can go with it. Now that I got this made, I'm going to break this into little pieces like this, which I already have in the oven over there preheated, and now we're going to make some twisty cane. Hello everybody, my name is David Russell and welcome to the Gasparilla Festival of the Arts. I am making a solid piece of glass today that will have a lot of cane work on the inside. It's going to have different types of cane work and hopefully they're going to be mixed up into each other pretty good. And I'm going to go over to the kiln right here where I have a bunch of canes already laid out. We're going to put a first layer of canes on that are just colored sticks. We're going to play with these a little bit and then we're going to add some pattern sticks. Melting the foam. All the sticks of colored glass that I use here, they're all different colors and different thicknesses and different densities, so they react to the heat differently. Some want to be soft and heat up very quickly. Some want to do the opposite. So that's why I'm bouncing between different sticks and working on which one I'm working on at the time. I'm addressing which ones are softening up first. So now that I've got the monotone colored sticks on here the way that I would like, or at least most of the way that I would like, I can make some changes in here while we're molten. The next thing I'm gonna do is add a layer of pattern sticks, or what we would call twisty cane, or the official fancy Italian word would be zanfirico. All right, that looks like it's going to be a good backdrop for the canes that I'm about to add. right, so now that I've smoothed it out a little bit, I will heat it up and add the layer of patterned rods. I got more on there than I wanted, but I think that might just make for a nice piece. Some of the rods got close together. I like to give each rod enough room to do all the things I want to stretch it into and do later. So this looks a little crowded right now, but I think by the end of the game we can make something really cool out of it. So I'm just trying to make it smooth and shape it up nice and even, which takes a little bit of time because I've done a lot to this mass of glass. But as soon as I have it smoothed all out, I'll then dip it into the furnace and encase it in a layer of molten clear glass. Get back here, yes. I call these pieces mindscapes because ever since I've had my shop going in '04 and even before that, I've just been kind of consumed and obsessed with cane work, and it's on my mind quite a bit. I try to keep it off my mind as much as I can these days, but it's in there a lot. So I just had to get that out into a piece of glass. Looks like we got a nice bubble-free gather. As the cane heats up, it sure takes on a really nice looking glow. It's easy to get caught up looking inside the piece at this point and mess up. This is a special type of graphite fiber that's been waterlogged, water soaked for days, and it allows me a few moments of grabbing the glass when I need it. This is a large piece of cork, and it does a really good job of not leaving any burn marks on the glass like normal wood does. You do have to stay moving around a little bit. Whenever you see a lot of art, blown glass art, and the pieces seem to be flattened or wider than they are deep, it's usually the artist has used some form of a cork tool to achieve that. Because as you can see, it leaves the glass nice and clear while still doing a lot to the material. Since this is solid glass, the core is quite warm, and it takes quite a while to let it cool down enough to where you can knock it off of the rod that you're working on. Holds heat quite differently than a vessel that has hollow walls. So these metal tools just keep reinforcing the stress in that area so that it'll break off where I want it. You can use other tools that are cold and haven't gotten hot to introduce that stress to. Always keep a second pair around that's cold. Now we're ready to put it into the oven to anneal. You can see some of the colors are starting to come out and show now as it cools off. Make sure it's going to stand up.